What is going on there, everybody? Another monkey wrenching mechanic Monday. Yeah, all the M's. We did some work, I guess, as far as on this to get the six-cylinder, I guess, as far as from the Clio, which we have out here. Now, what I came to find, both this one here and the BMW Pro car that we got as a donor, both from auction. I believe they were both from auction. We're well in the hole. Yeah, we got these both at auction. We're very well into the hole with both these cars. So I said to myself, rather than try and sell it at a loss, we're going to try and fix these up a little bit so we can gain some of that loss. And so I've got in my inventory an engine to be able to fix for the BMW. And I've also done some preliminary work, I guess, as far as to get a new engine put into the Clio, which is already on the stand. So we're going to build that, put that in the engine, hopefully recuperate as far as some of the loss off these two auction cars. But it also goes to prove to me, I guess, as far as that we paid probably a little bit too much, I guess, as far as for these cars at auction. So we got this one originally for 38. Obviously it's in the hole, as you can tell, and this one is much further in the hole. We got this one for 83. So I think what we'll do first, since I've already got the six-cylinder for the Clio already on the stand, we're gonna go ahead and finish this one up. Like I said, I already did some preliminary work, I guess, as far as to get ourselves a block, a crank, and I think the rest of the stuff we'll probably just go ahead and buy it and keep it to a minimum, I guess, as far as how much cost we got, I guess, as far as for that. So with that, let's see if we can get some pistons. Let's rebuild this guy. So we'll probably build it, you know, green for the most part. Yeah, we'll have to do our junkyard visit, just if we'll see if we can find these heads. Yeah. So let's go check out the junkyard. No heads in here today. Bummer. So if we do find that engine, I guess, as far as out here, we could might have the heads on it. Most of the time the engines are pretty picked over in the junkyard here, so we'll see how it goes here. Nothing on this junkyard visit for today. Let's go check out a barn next. So probably something else I should probably mention. What we did with this car, this special build of the BMW Pro car, we did get the engine from the Clio pretty close, I guess, as far as to what the default horsepower is for the default engine, the inline six. Runs pretty good, I guess, as far as in that regard. So we'd had to do some tweaks on it to get it close to that. So this is the closest I've been able to get to it. So the default is like 465. So this is the standard car, 465 at 9,000. We got this one going for our special. This one's at 464 at 7,100. So we got it pretty close, I guess, as far as to what it is standard. So it's more modern engine, I guess, as far as than what it had in there, I guess, as far as based on the Clio. So I think that worked out pretty good, I guess, as far as for this car. Runs really great. It's got a lot of room for performance upgrades with the ECU and all that stuff on it as well. I haven't done that yet for this one. Whether or not we'll get into that today, that's still yet to be determined. We need to find some parts to make some money back on the Clio and the donor BMW Pro car first. That's their main objective for today. Let's go check out a barn. We can find these heads for our Clio build. Alright, so we are looking specifically, I guess, as far as for those heads, but even if we find the car, we could probably take those heads off the engine here. So we don't have the heads loose, but if we have that Clio in the barn, I guess, as far as we might be able to pull that off of there. So that's a Mach 1, that's not going to have that. And we've got a Challenger RT, nice. Now, I'm not looking to buy any more project cars, at least for now, because we're in the hole with two of them right now. we got to get those in the good, I guess, as far as before we go any further. So we're specifically looking for these parts to get those 2 cars out of the hole. So we're not going to buy any more project cars, I guess, as far as until then. So no vehicles in here that we can get the parts off of. Let's look for crate. Oh, found it. Alright, cool deal. Alright, we'll take our crate and we'll head back to the house. Let's head back to the house. No parts that we need in this barn today. And let's go check out the junkyard again. I'm kind of batting 0, I guess, as far as so far finding these heads. Alrighty then, so Mr. Radiator C. So no heads loose, but let's see if we got a QoL here. So yep, leaving empty again. No worries, we'll check out another barn. Check out another barn. We'll keep this running a little smooth here. Lickety split and all that. So let's go check out another barn. We got a couple of new barn maps, I guess, as far as from our crate, so hopefully it does give us some luck. Okay, nothing loose on the list. Let's see what cars we got in here. That's definitely nothing we can use from. Ooh, we got an old school one. Yeah. Again, nothing we can use off of that one. That'd be really awesome. We can find ourselves a Renault Clio. That's not one. What do we got here? Oh, we got a Wabbit. We got a Quasi Wabbit. What's that got in it? That's got an inline 4 single overhead cam. Nothing we can use there. Bummer. Alright, so let's see if we can find this crate. There it is. Found it. It's on around the old school Camaro. Beautiful. Got our crate. Didn't get any other parts. Let's head back to the house. So, check out a barn. Didn't have anything in there. We got to open up our crate. Let's give me some credits. Give me some credits. Nuts. Okay, so we didn't get any credits that time. Alrighty then. So, we got that. Let's go check out another junkyard. Ooh, we got a Corvette out here. C8. So it is the, yep, it's the P&A, Tennessee. Always. How much they want for that? Just out of curiosity. Not bad, not bad. So what's the engine look like? Pretty well picked over as the junkyards usually are. So we don't have anything loose, right? But if we find that, so I think we're specifically looking for that Renault Clio for that engine. For the 3rd time at the junkyard, leaving empty-handed. No problem. We'll get back to the house here. Check out another barn. Okay, so we didn't get anything from the junkyard today, so let's go check out a barn. Well over 100 barns again. Okay, anything loose? Nope. Alright, let's see what kind of cars we got in here. And we're definitely batting 0 so far today. Got a Mini Cooper. That one I think has got inline 4. Yep, inline 4 dual overhead cast. That's not the engine we need. Okay, so we got our crate. No other parts, I guess, as far as we can get from the barn. So we got our crate. Let's go head back to the house. Alright, checking out another junkyard visit. So 4 times a charm? Maybe? Let's see what we get. Pressing our luck. Indeed, we're pressing our luck. We are indeed pressing our luck today, I guess, as far as so far we don't have luck on our side, but hopefully that does give us some luck. Okay, nothing loose. Nothing loose. Let's see what kind of cars we got out here today, though. Nothing up on the porch. What do we got over here? That is not a Clio. That's an Audi S3. What kind of engine that's got? That's got a V8. That's got an LS engine in it? That's crazy. Ooh, that's a Clio. V6. Bare frame though. Bummer. So we're getting closer. We found the car that we got able to pick up, but this one's a bare frame. So it's got nothing in it. Son of a gun. So we got closer. We're on the right track. We just need one that we can be able to pick off of though. Bummer. So it kind of worked there a little bit. We did get the car we needed, I guess, as far as the spawn, but doesn't help us with it being a bare frame. Alright, so leaving empty-handed for the 4th time here at the junkyard. 4th time's not a charm. Let's go check out another barn. Still got well over 100. Alright, anything loose? Nothing loose. Alright, what kind of cars we got in here today? We've got... Ooh, is this the special edition OT? So we already have one of these in our own garage. So it's not the one we're looking for. So we got... Is this the fake Viper? I think it is. Fake Viper. What do we got in here? So this is a Dacia Duster, standard. What does this have in it? That's got a inline 4 single overhead cam, so not what we need. Not the heads we need. Guess we're leaving empty-handed here too. I know what's in there, just I don't feel like looking for it anymore. I'll be lazy. So we did check out a barn. Let's go check out a junkyard again. Oh, so we got some servos and a module, but no heads. At least loose anyway. So we can probably at least try and look for these. But also look and see if we got a QoL here that we can possibly pull the head off of. We're good. We're going to take our parts and head back to the house. Let's go ahead and check out another barn. Yoo-hoo! What's going on in there? You got the webcam action going on there. Appreciate that. Let's go check out another barn while we're at it. How about that? Alright, so do we got anything loose in here? No. Well, let's see what kind of cars we got in here, though. So we have a Jaguar E-Type. I saw a Ford. Yep, right here. So that's not going to be one we can use. This thing's like a maze in here. Back this way. There it is. Ooh, we got a 2012 Camaro. So which one is this one? That's the V10. That's got a Viper engine in it. Yeah, we've been pressing our luck quite a bit as far as trying to find these engine heads for this engine build. And so far we're running, we're batting 0. So far. Let's take our crate, go back to the house. Still running empty, still running dry. I can say one thing as far as this game has given me a pretty good appreciation for the other manufacturers of cars, namely like the BMWs, as far as like this Pro car that was originally done per what the game says, I guess as far as 1979. Wasn't even aware this was a thing up until, so I'd get a little bit of a history lesson, I guess, as far as what cars are actually in reality that are represented in this game. So be it in the form of DLC or even generic. So like this one here is the Toyota Supra, but obviously it's called a Supa, a Sakura Supa by generic terms. But this is the representation of the Supra. So yeah, this is the game's version of the Eclipse. They do a pretty good job, even in the generic version of it. So this one we got quite a bit of horsepower to it. Definitely could probably get more out of it than that. But I'm happy with where it's at right now. We checked out a barn. Let's go check out a junkyard again. I think I might do one more round of junkyard visits and barns, and if we don't find it, then we're gonna have to buy these heads. Alright, so what do we got loose here today at the junkyard? So we got an ABS module that's red, so that's no good. Nothing here. Let's see what we got for cars out here. Oh, is that another C8? Holy crap, that's 2 C8s that we found out the front here. 2 separate visits. This one's the Stingray. So we're leaving empty-handed for what, 5th or 6th time now at the junkyard? Back to the house. So we'll do one more barn find and see if we can find these parts. Let's see. So what do we got in the garage today? Nope, we want to leave. Anything on the list? So nothing loose. Well, let's see what kind of cars we got in this barn. Okay, so we got our crate. head back to the house. And it's looking like we're just gonna have to buy these heads. So anyway, we got 2 crates now. So we need some credits, man. We need some credits. Credits big time. Credits, thank you. It's not that big of a chunk, but we'll take it. And I guess we're just gonna have to buy these heads. We'll go ahead and buy it. I'd rather not spend the money this way, I guess, as far as if I can help it, but we tried. So we got both these heads, and we'll slap them on our engine. We gave it a good try. So that engine build is done. Like we got everything on there. So let's go ahead, pull this off, and I'm gonna have to swap some things around there. We can get this back into the Clio. So we'll let's swap this guy back in here so we can put that back in the Clio here. Move this on to hoist B. Alright, so we are missing some tires on this. What size tires do we have on here? 17 inchers. Okay, let me see if I got any 17 inchers in the warehouse. Try not to put a whole ton of money into this thing, because I'm trying to do the bare minimum just to get it out of the hole. I already spent enough, I guess, as far as at the auction for it. So let's go ahead and install this engine. It's 99%. So where are we at now? Are we out of the hole yet? See if we're out of the hole. We're out of the hole at least now, so I might not go any further than that. I just want to get her out of the hole. But I think now that we got the engine in it, we're definitely in better shape. ECU, yep, so we'll put that ECU back in here. Okay, that should add a little bit more value. Oh yeah. Cool. So yeah, the gearbox that was on this thing, it must have been in bad shape. So the only one we have is for the BMW. Probably go ahead and put this battery back in it. Yeah, let's do that. Let's try to make it a little bit more complete. Get some money for it. Yeah, I think we're good on this one. I'm happy with this one. We're well enough out of the hole. So let's go ahead and sell this guy. Get some of that money back. Yep. Ching. Alright, that makes me feel a little bit better. Now this guy, we've got this engine we got to rebuild for it. So we originally put this one. I think this was our original donor. I need to get out that other BMW Pro car that's in the garage here. So this is standard car, I guess, as far as that has some performance parts to it. And then we also have our special one that's got the more modern V6. No performance parts in this one yet. So we're going to see what we can get this one to, I guess, as far as by putting performance parts to that. So that's our comparison between our special config and our default config. So let's rebuild this BMW engine, put that on the stand, and we'll fix that one up. Let's do this, put that on there, and let's work on this guy. So the engine, we'll fix that up. Alright, let's fix this up. We're fixing this up. Okay. Let's get that back on the stand and put it back together. So we'll be next to 100%. Some of these parts are not repairable, so we'll keep them that way, and that's fine. We got our crank is good. Alright, let's put our pistons. So I think we'll replace these too. Yeah, we'll replace those. Very interesting build indeed. Alright, so let's double check our inventory again. So we just have to one those, place that. Well, they're not repairable, we'll probably just scrap it. All those pistons. Alright, so we're good. Let's pull this off. Oh, I gotta pull the one out. Duh. That's... oh my god. Whew, lost my train of thought there. So we gotta pull this one out first. So in order to do that, we gotta get the gearbox and all that out of it. This one's in rough shape. I knew that. Pull her out. Okay, now we can put the new one in. There we go. That's more better. Better like cheddar. Okay, so we're probably already in good shape even as we sit. Still a little bit in the hole. Alright, no problem. So let's get the gearbox in. Got a better one for it. Let's see where we're at now. Are we out of the hole yet? Not out of the hole yet. Well, bummer. We're quite a bit out of the hole, I guess, further than we were, but let's see. I didn't get the muffler back in. See if that adds anything. Let's see where that gets us. That's a little bit better. So yeah, we could probably put some body panels onto her. Yeah. Might be able to weld it too. How much is it to weld it? I think this one's like 2,300 to weld from what I can remember. Yeah, we could probably put the doors and the hood. That might get it somewhere. You know what? I'm gonna do that. Let's just go ahead and weld it. That might actually get us in the green. Perfect. That'll work. I'll take it that way. So at least we're out of the hole. We're out of the hole. So many different ways we could have went about that, as far as to put some body panels on it or just weld the frame. I think that was the cheapest route, quite honestly. Putting the body panels on it. So there we go. We got this donor car that we use as a donor car for our own special build, I guess, as far as back out of the hole. Feeling better about that one. Yep. Thank you, donor car. Much better shape now. So now, I think I'm to the point now where we can probably start trying to apply, I guess, as far as some performance parts of this guy. I'm going to bring this one back in, just for comparison's sakes. So we're kind of using this as a comparison. So we do got some performance parts under this one here. And I don't remember exactly all what we did for performance parts on this one. We got quite a bit into it. So just to kind of give it a once more, we got the fuel filter, we got injection, we got wires, we got the exhaust, we got the gearbox, all of the 3-star, mind you. So I was thinking what we would do is see if we can get a similar type of performance out of this one. Now that we got an ECU, this is probably the main thing with this special one. We got the ECU that we can put on it. So we don't have that option on this one. This is what started the whole idea, I guess, as far as putting the ECU with an appropriate engine, I guess, as far as to accommodate that ECU. That's kind of where we're at with that. So yeah, to put some performance parts onto this one with the performance ECU. Now I only got, I think it's the stage 1 ECU I want to put on that for starters. That's kind of what I was thinking of, I guess, as far as that. So just do a stage 1 ECU, performance ECU, and probably to a 3-star. Because most of the parts we have performance on this one are 3-star. And just see what we can get out of this one. Now that we got it, the engine tweaked, I guess, as far as to be as close as we can to what this one produces, I think we should be in good shape, I guess, as far as to get a nice comparison between that. And it turned out so good. So we put the ECU on this one, I guess, as far as right there. So I think that's going to be one of the first things we're going to change. So ECU, we need the Type A. We're just going to do stage 1 to a 3-star. I'm just curious to see what we can get on that. Getting pretty much. Now it's going to be different, obviously, because it's a totally different type of engine. So we don't have, for example, certain things like the injector, you know, this system here, so it might be a little bit different in some regards. So that's what I'm taking into consideration, how much performance parts we put on this one in comparison. I think if we just start with the ECU, see what we can get by getting that calibrated, and then kind of go from there. I think that's where we're at. Yep, let's get that to a 3-star. I guess as far as over here at our scrap bin. Go here, put this to a 3-star, and let's get her slapped in. I'm kind of expecting quite a bit, I guess, as far as out of this. So maybe my expectations might be higher, I guess, as far as than might think. Where are we at now? We got the 3-star stage 1, I guess, as far as ECU in here. We need to get this over to the dyno and get this calibrated. Let's go get her calibrated. These are always fun to do, so this might take me a little bit. We'll get it though. So we get those two. Bring that all the way down. There we go. Alright, that actually went pretty good. So stage 1 gets to 7% maxed out. Got that done. So yeah, let's put this up for prediction as far as how much more than the base power, which we know we're going to get base power, so it's 100% engine build. Right? That's been confirmed too. 100% engine build on this engine. So no performance parts on the engine itself, just the performance ECU as we just calibrated. Let's see what we get here. So I'm expecting 564. 564 is my expectation. Okay, how do we actually lose power? That I was not expecting. So we actually lose power? That don't seem right. Something definitely wrong there. We actually lose power with performance ECUs? Yeah, so we definitely got something wrong in the config of that. That went backwards. So this is something else we needed to get a feel for, I guess, as far as what's up with putting an ECU in a car that doesn't otherwise have an ECU. So we got an engine in there, I guess, as far as that definitely allows, I guess, as far as having an ECU. Well, I'll be dipped. So that was not 100% build. Okay, so that's probably why. So we probably need to get it to 100%. So I made a boo-boo, I guess, as far as misinforming you folks, I guess, as far as this was 100% build. So yeah, I was under the impression this was 100% build, but it is not. So that's probably, so even with the performance ECU, we're still losing. Oh, we don't, we're not getting any horsepower. So we need to pull this one out and fix her up. And yeah, girl. Cool. Now we can move this out of the way. Let's put this on the stand. Let's get this good to go. Cool. Let's get that all fixed up then. There it is. Nice. That works out so well with this one here, I think. Alright, there we go. We got everything fixed up. Let's put it back on the stand. So crank. Pistons. Yeah, we'll get some new ones. 100%. Alright, so let's get this off of here. And we'll get her slapped into the car. So let's get this over to A. Let's get her in there. Now we got 100% build on the engine. There she is. There's the proof. Uh-oh. So I might have to redo these too. It's all 100%. I need to double check, I guess, as far as the fuses on it. Now that I think of it. Let's do electrical test. That's just to further confirm, I guess, as far as we got 100% build on this engine. Okay. I'm happy now. You all happy? I know I'm happy. Alright, let's get this over to the dyno. So 564, let's go. Got about half of it. That's actually not terrible. I was definitely hoping like crazy, I guess, as far as we get a lot closer to 100. So that's not too terrible. Not terrible. That's pretty decent, I guess, as far as for being able to put that ECU on there. That performance ECU. So in comparison, we got like 793 or something on the other Pro car. But that one has a ton more performance parts to it, besides just the ECU. because it doesn't have an ECU on this one. But we tried to get all the performance scores we could on this one, and we were able to accomplish 793. Yeah, so I'm thinking, very hopeful, that we can get this car, I guess, as far as with the ECU, I guess, as far as well above 793. So this is a good start, I guess, as far as with having that stage 1 ECU on there. Okay, so now with the dynode, I saw we were in the Class A, low end of the Class A bracket for the rating. So we got our dynode now. I guess let's get this over the track and see if we can have some fun with it. That's the whole meaning of this thing, isn't it anymore? Let's see what we can do here at the. So we get to go against the fake Mustang. This is the game's representation of the non-OG. This would be the non-OG Ford Mustang. It's got a little bit of tuning. So the only thing we did was put the ECU to this one, I guess, as far as which was a 7% upgrade, but we're 11.7 overall. We're on the lower end, I guess, as far as of the Class A bracket. Let's see if we can beat this Mustang. That little bit of tuning. Well, this thing sounds pretty good. It's got a wicked idle. I'm digging it so far. Really good reaction time, almost identical reaction time. 11 and a half. That was a really good race right there. Beat him by less than a tenth, actually. That was a good race. I like that. I like a tight race like that. What else we got? So we got a Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme. Old school engine. Thing got some giddy up, so it's got a little bit of a flutter, I guess, as far as in the shifting between first to second. So we don't have the performance gearbox on this thing, so we can probably correct that, I guess, as far as with the performance gearbox. Look at that, another close race. I like these tight races like that. Same reaction time. Look at how tight that was. These are the types of drag races I like. These are what I like. Very close. So we got a turbo. We got a Corvette C8 turbo. You can beat the turbo C8. Ooh, cool color on that too. Very loud. Oh, I think this one might have us. Solid reaction time, 11 and a half. Yeah, he definitely is well under 11 seconds, that car. Not upset about that. That's a solid car with that C8 and that turbo. Yeah, definitely gets better in 10 seconds, I guess, as far as all the time. So we got our Viper powered, I guess, as far as Camaro. We did see one of these in the barn, on our barn finds, I guess, as far as today. Yeah, it's got a really weird shift right there. Got a really weird gear, I guess, as far as first to second and getting into third. Yeah, we can definitely probably fix that with a performance gearbox for sure. So far, just that turbo C8, I guess, as far as beating us. This F-Type might beat us. He's got slicks on it too. That F-Type's got slicks on it, so let's see what we can do with the F-Type. Yeah, there he goes. Can we catch it? Let's see if we can catch it. We almost caught it. We almost caught it. We're getting really good reaction times on this too. I like that. So solid 11.5 second car, roughly, all day long. So the F-Type is beating us. Now, bearing in mind, that's all we got in this thing is just the performance ECU at stage 1. I think this thing is doing pretty good so far. So we got our Turbo V8 Special, Supra. So the Turbo C8, I guess, as far as beat us. See if this one does. Okay, so far it seems the turbos are beating us. That's what I'm getting from this. The turbos are definitely beating us. So even with a really good reaction time, 11.5 seconds, pretty solid. Yeah, these turbos are definitely beating us pretty good. Turbo cars are beating us pretty good. So we got the V8 dual overhead cam supercharged. He's got some slicks on her. Try this one. This one's the fake Challenger. This is the Challenger wannabe, not the OG. Oh, got a little excited there. Got a little excited. Anticipated. Oh man, that shift to third. Yep, it's holding true, I guess, as far as so far. That's just the turbos that are beating us so far. Just the turbos. So the F-Type already beat us. The F-Type too, I don't want to rule that one out. That was an all-wheel drive. So we got another old school supercharged. So we went against the Cutlass Supreme. We beat that one. Got him. Nice. Look at that. Identical reaction time. 11.6 to 11.821. So about 2/10 we beat him by. Solid, 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 solid. Alright, let's do one more. We got an EV. This one's probably going to beat us. These EVs are stupid fast. These EVs, as we have seen, are stupid fast. That scared the crap out of me, farming guy. I guess. Welcome in there, farming guy. Now let's try that again. You got me a little bit excited there, farming guy. There it goes. And we're actually catching it too. We actually were catching it. So what I'm observing here, as far as we're getting hellacious reaction times. I mean, just perfect, I guess, as far as on the reaction times. How's your day going so far there, farmer guy? Ours is going pretty good. So we did some tuning, I guess, as far as on our BMW Pro car. And so far the only thing that's beating us is the turbo power cars. So there's a... Yeah, that one we've already gone against that engine. What about the Ferrari? V12, let's see if we can beat this one. Now, these things are pretty slow when they don't have lots of performance to it. Just about to start. What kind of day are we looking at today? How busy we're going to be? This is a nice little hot rod. I like this car. Got this tuned up pretty good. Just that performance ECU. I like it a lot. So we beat the Ferrari. F-Type. Ooh. So it's supercharged. So it's not the 2-carb. This is just a high boy. Let's try this one. We beat the 2-carb, I guess, as far as supercharged OHV. Whoopsie. Try it again. Got a little excited there. Oh, come on now. Where's this all coming from? Where's that coming from? Come on, baby. Come on. Come on. Ooh, that would actually beat us. Whoa, he had a little bit better reaction time, but holy smokes. Yeah, so the best that we have gotten is like 11.5. So I think he still would have beat us. Now, when I take into consideration here, that is not the 2 carb. That's just the single carb dual overhead cam supercharge. Interesting. Interesting. Very, very interesting. You got race tires. We got vintage race. Let's do one more. I didn't mean to do this one again. Let's try it again, though. See if I can get a better action time. He's beating us fair and square. Okay. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to actually put the performance gearbox in this thing. I'm gonna correct that that flutter that we got between first, second, and going into third. It's kind of choppy. Yeah, we definitely pressed our luck there, I guess, as far as on this run. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's close this up here and go back to the house, and let's put a performance. Yeah, we'll put the performance gearbox in this thing. So very minimal performance parts we've had to put in this so far to get it where she's at. Let's go to the gear store. Get the right gearbox. Boom. Yeah, we'll get this to a 3-star as well. Make it pretty comparable, I guess, as far as to the BMW Pro car. That's all pretty much standard with the inline 6. Performance parts are the 3-star. Okay, so we got that 3-star performance gearbox. We got to get this over the dyno and tweak on some gears, but nothing too serious. So go to the transmission. Okay, so what do we got here? 430 gear. We'll leave that where it is. Let's try it that way. Okay, we'll read dyno order just to get it on the record. Oh, I forget the daggum. See, you didn't hold me accountable here because first we're getting that starter back in there. But at least that let me know, I guess, as far as I left the daggum starter out again. So we shouldn't gain or lose, I guess, as far as any horsepower, but just to get it on the record. Actually, we might gain a little bit of horsepower. So maybe about 5 or 6 horsepower. Cool, so we got it rounded off, I guess, as far as to even 60 horsepower gain. So we did up our raid. We did up our A rating as far as on the drag. Yeah, when people drive it, see, yeah, I would probably ask some questions too. We got quite a few cars in the virtual sense, I guess, as far as that have that much horsepower. It's not that it's impossible. So let's get this over to the drag strip. Now that we got her all dynoed. Price for 300. Yeah, we were beating that. Let's try. Ooh, we got another BMW Pro car. So we got an even 13% of tuning. So this is just the standard inline 6. Yep, that's our standard. Our little brother. So let's see if we can beat our little brother here. See if we can beat our little brother's butt. It's got a really cool idle to this one. A little still a little bit funky. A little bit funky in the shifting. I might have to see if I can fine tune that. So now, we shaved off clearly a half a second off our time with that performance transmission and gearbox. half a second off our time. That's pretty slow. Nice. Okay, so here's this one. It was beating us previously, prior to putting this, yeah, this performance gearbox in. See what we got now. Now, these cars here get better than 11 seconds. So they're a higher 10-second bracket. Nice, we're beating that turbo P8 C8 now. Now we did, excuse me, kind of slipped there a little bit because these get better than 10 seconds, higher 10-second bracket. So he's a little bit afraid of us now. That's what we wanted. That's what we wanted. So we haven't gone against this guy yet. V10 Audi R8. So we beat the Viper, I guess as far as the Viper engine. That was in the Corvette, or not the Corvette, but the Camaro that we raced earlier. So I'm trying to figure out how I can smooth out, I guess, as far as that third gear. So it's got a really short first to second, and then that third gear just bogs out. I don't know if I need to maybe tone down the final drive, I guess, as far as just a tad. Oh wow, we did crack on 11 seconds there. Holy mackerel, that's a really good reaction time. We got a fast little hot rod here now. Yeah, we already beat that guy. That's our little brother. What about, so this one beat us last time too, I guess, as far as just the dual overhead cam supercharged. This beat us last time. Let's see what we got this time. Yeah, basically sub 11. You betcha. Oh, got a little excited. I totally jumped the gun. You get him? Absolutely. Nice. You even had a better reaction time. We definitely got this one rolling, that's for sure. So yeah, we're definitely sub 11, I guess, as far as on this car now. I'm happy. So the fact that we've only got performance ECU to a stage 1, 3-star, as well as the gearbox, that's all. The only thing we got on this car. So the only other thing that we did to this engine to make it comparable, I guess, as far as to the default engine for the Pro car, was to tweak the torque, I guess, as far as to match that. That's the only other thing that we've done. Nothing crazy. But I'm satisfied with the results of this config on this deal. So we were beating this one before. This is the 2-carb supercharged, old school. We were beating this before. We should still be able to beat it. Even more so now than we did. Super satisfied with the results of this car. Alright, so let's do BMW 3 Series. So we've gone against this engine. He's got slicks on it. He's got a little bit of tuning. Let's see if we can beat this one. So the other turbo, the V8 Turbo Special, the Supra, that was beating us. I want to go against that one if we can get it. Get some practice on it. Okay, we beat that one, no problem. Okay, let's see if we can get that Turbo V8 Special Supra. V10, we were already beating that previously, so I'm feeling pretty confident about that. Oh, I was gonna say, what the heck? So that's basically our twin. He doesn't have any tuning on it though. A little bit lower on the rating. I was like, yes. That's basically our twin. Just no tuning on it. Let's see what we got here. Should be able to beat him, no problem. Indeed, by a good 6/10. Holy smokes. Smoked it. So that's the difference between tuned and not tuned. Alright, so there's our V8 Turbo Special. So this one was beating us previously, before we put the performance gearbox into it. So let's see if we can beat her this time. We already beat this Turbo C8. Bam! Almost identical reaction times. Yeah, so we got sub 11s that gets as far as all day long with this car. Super, super duper happy with this. Now, we can definitely improve on this for sure, as far as putting more performance parts into it. But I'm happy with the way it performs as it is. Alright, so let's go ahead. Let's do this. So go to the Class A and the quarter mile. Alright, here we go. First race coming up. Going against that Turbo V8 Special of the Toyota Supra. So, word of the wise, I guess, as far as if I do red light, we'll just start over. We'll keep the prediction, I guess, as far as it is. I'm not going to let all the folks, I guess, as far as pay for my mistake. Here we go. And just like that. Okay, so we're starting over. Now we get to go against Hot Rod. So we've been beating this engine too, I guess, as far as in practice, so we should be good. Also the Ferrari F50. You have a Turbo V8 Special, I guess, as far as in the mix. We'll keep that prediction the way it was. Alright, the question is, can we make it all the way in without red lighting? I should probably change the disclaimer. Without red lighting. Solid run. Nice. Yep, still sub 11s. There's our first race. Cool deal. Alright, so now we get to go against, we did practice against this guy, and, yep, so we know we can beat it. We've beat it in practice, at least, anyway. Let's see what we got. And I know I can bet against those other races, but I'm just focused more on just making it through the end. Solid. Again, still sub 11s. Really good reaction time. Second race in the books. Now we get to go against the Ferrari. Again, we beat this one in practice. I don't think it had quite this much tuning though. I think we're still okay. I'm still feeling pretty good about it. Just don't red light. I have to tell myself in my head as far as just don't red light. Okay, here we go. Boom. He even had a really good reaction time. Still beat him. Holy crap, you beat him like a second. Those things are slow. Look at how slow those things are without much more performance. Alright, last race. We're going against the Audi A8s. This engine, we definitely beat it before. He's got some slicks on it, so might have something for us. We'll see. We made it this far. Let's see if we can bring it home. Here we go. Stone red light. We got a solid build here, folks. So other than that little bit of a hiccup, I guess, as far as getting into third gear, that's about the only thing. I mean, sub 11s, I guess, as far as all day long with this car. Super excited about it. So we made it all the way to the end. There's your results there, folks. I guess as far as for those of you that did participate in this last prediction here, see how everybody did. So we did indeed make it all the way to the end. You'd be slow? What do you mean I'd be slow? No, we made it all the way to the end there, Roland. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. We made it all the way to the end. Yeah, so this is a pretty solid build, I guess, as far as with our special BMW Pro car. It has the more modern V6 engine with the ECU Stage 1. So the only two things that we got performance on this deal is the gearbox and that ECU, that Stage 1 ECU. Move this back over to A. Fairly fair comparison between the special one and our standard build, I guess, as far as it has a ton of performance parts into it. Tons, I say. That gives you a rough idea, I guess, as far as how much performance we got into this one. Very minimum, I guess, as far as in this one to get her running the way she does. So I got a lot of scrapping and selling to do, I guess, as far as in the off stream, that's for sure. I had a lot of fun here today, folks, I guess, as far as with playing around with this BMW Pro car. You all have a marvelous rest of your Monday, and we'll be seeing you hopefully again real soon here, folks. Bye for now.